Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly. Very happy Monday. It's not Monday. It's my Monday. It's your Tuesday. I hope everybody had an amazing weekend. I think I say that about 6 different times. I forgot to do an intro and then I got cut off trying to do an intro, edit onto the... Hi. This is going to be the longest, weirdest intro ever, but basically my name is Kelly. I am happy that you are here. We're going to sit down. We're going to chat about some makeup. And I'm going to try this new palette here by Ulta. This is the Sunset Skies. So if you're interested to see first impressions, but really just to sit down and listen to me ramble literally about everything. I don't even remember, but there was a lot. It was a lot. So anyways, grab your coffee because it's going to be a fun one. Okay, now that I get you nice and zoomed in, we're going to put some makeup on my face. I just really wanted to sit down. I have a full glass of coffee. I've got my coffee shirt on. I think I have a full week of, like, clothing that I can wear that says something about coffee. You know, you have a problem when... Yeah, but anyways, I don't think anything other than the eyeshadow palette is new, and we'll talk about that. I'll do some eyeshadow swatches when we get to that. Yeah, I'm just going to put some makeup on my face. I'm super excited. I love weeks. Beginning of the weeks, I'm going to start with a Purlisse Matcha Green Tea Priming Moisturizer. I do have all of my, like, skincare on, but this is kind of still just a skincare, like, item. But I just feel like it really adds a lot. And I think it does a really good job of priming my face, I guess. I live in Michigan. I can tell you that fall is coming because, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, just my face started to kind of get that heavy. The climate is changing, and I had to take an allergy pill because it just, I couldn't handle my face. My kids are starting to kind of get affected as well. So in case this is the first time of you watching my channel, I do have 4 kids. In my first and third kids are more of the springtime kind of allergy sufferers, and then my second and fourth kids, they're more of the fall sufferers. So, I mean, there's always allergy stuff going on. But anyways, I am going in with a dose of colors too. That's favorite. Again, if this is the first time you watch my channel. Hi, my name's Kelly, and I can't stop using this foundation. When I tested this for the 2 weeks, I'll leave my video linked in the cards. And I meant to remember, I think it's this side. Whichever. Anyways, I went through all of my primers and really tested all of them out to see what works which way as far as, like, the method of application. And I don't have a favorite way. I really enjoy using the sponge. But I will say sometimes I don't always want to get up to wet my sponge and whatnot, and I will just use a brush. And I recently got a new brush, and I actually really, really like it. With this foundation, it's oh my goodness, so much good things. I do self-tan, in case you were wondering, so this does fully match the rest of my body. I do tan my face. I use the Tanologist tan right now, and it's fine, and it does tan my face very well. It doesn't cause any problems as far as breakouts or rashes or anything, which for me is surprising. But it comes off. But I do exfoliate. I use a glycolic toner, so that does, you know, exfoliate a little bit, and then exfoliating, and then, you know, resurfacing. I'm in my later 30s, kind of. Oh, speaking of, where were we going? Were we coming home? I think we were coming home from town the other day, my husband and I, and he had said something like, oh my gosh, you're almost 40. And I looked at him, I said, excuse me, you'll be there before I will. So that was fun. He like had to sit there and he was like, oh my God. Like it hadn't hit him or something, I'm not sure. But randomly, he had to remind me that I'm almost 40, but then I reminded him right back that he'll get there before I will. Also, if you don't know, I've known my husband since I was 13. We were best friends as we were growing up. He was like, just always been my friend. And then he did serve in the Army, and then when he got out, he was bored, and he's like, go out to dinner with me. I was like, okay, I don't have anything to do. I wasn't working. I had the night off, and so we went out to dinner, and he just kind of looked at me on the car ride home, and he was like, you're really pretty, and that's all it took. But together ever since. But he really is like my best friend. Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask. I've been going crazy with the concealer lately. Actually, what I've been loving for concealer is this brush I just got from Sephora. This is actually the foundation brush. I do like this for the foundation, but it works really, really well for concealer. I mean, super fast. And I love the coverage that it gives. I was thinking about maybe doing, for What I Love Wednesday, like my favorite routine. Actually, that's a really good idea. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, is that silly? Maybe just talk you through it? Through my latest favorite routine? Because I am in awe of a few things that I've gotten recently. These brushes, especially, that's all you're going to see probably in this video. I might use one or two other ones that aren't this Sephora collection. Again, I'll link it. Anyways, I really enjoy this brush. It's different. It's like, oh, I don't know. If you have a Sephora near you, they probably have one like on display. Mine did. Go check it out. Go play with it. It's I might be just out of the loop. Maybe I'm a little old, and I've never seen a brush like that, and I really like it. Typically, my foundation brushes are like domed and symmetrical. Anyways, they're still in the bathroom. I still haven't washed my brushes. It's been, oh, yeah, I didn't do it this past week. Something like that. But it's only been, like I said, like a week. I don't need to set this, but I did, when I was trying to kind of do a total review, I did use a couple different powders, and this is the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. I prefer a finishing powder over any kind of powder, because I have dry skin, I don't need anything, but I use this, and I don't know, my contacts kind of, I think it's off center, but I panned it a little bit, so now I just like, I should just use this every day to pan it, so there's that. And again, this is another product that I'm not trying to pan. I do have like a bag, like a makeup bag, that I have items in there that I set aside that I would really like to like do a project pan for the year. I didn't start at the beginning of the year because I was super stressed and I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, but I did put things in there, and there's a powder in there, and ironically it is not panned, but this one is. I did that with a bronzer, I did it with a eyeliner, and these are all things that I have in that bag. And so what I'm thinking is the items that I have in the project pan bag, maybe I either just need to pass on to somebody because I'm not panning them. I will finish out the year with them. I don't think they're bad products. There are some products that I love on quite a bit that I'm using up quite a bit. See, you can see a lot more pan there showing. So this is a really great powder. I don't like that they don't have like how many grams or anything in there, but there's like a little cubby down here. I never use this, but I mean, if you like those kind of sponges, and it does have a little compact mirror in here. I just use this powder brush from Sephora that I just got. I like it. It's got kind of the same angle, which is really cool. But yeah, I did start a project pan, and I mean, I'm doing well with it. I think I'm doing well anyways. But yeah, I've been panning other things that aren't in my pan bag. Whichever. I'm so conflicted because then I'm almost done with 2 micro pencils, and I really, really love something else. And so I kind of am trying to use these ones up just to kind of get them out of my collection, and because they are so close to being done. And I started using this again, and this has been a favorite. I've repurchased this one, and I really like it again. And I'm like, oh, don't do it. You know you're not going to really enjoy doing your brows as much. The product that I'm in love with is this right here. This is the NYX eyebrow gel. I have mine in the shade Brunette. I just use a cute little like pencil brush, and I got it. Actually, it's the liner brush, the eyeliner brush by Essence. It's very, very thin and small, and I really, really love it. It was only like $3, I think. But anyways, that's what I really, really like compared to this pencil. I feel like I'm getting better brow days with the gel than I am the pencil. So for the moment, I am just trying to use these up. I should probably have this done this week, and then I probably have a week, maybe 2 weeks with the L'Oreal Skinny Pencil. I know I could probably have both and justify both. I know a lot of like other people that are really into makeup, like they use multiple different brow products, but I'm really into wanting to try things as far as, I don't know, I go through different kind of, I don't know if they're like seasons, if you want to consider them seasons, where it's like I'm super happy with everything, and maybe I like this form, like I love the skinny pencil and compared to like the other sized pencils, but you know, I tried a couple, I found one I really, really like, but then it's like, but what if like the other methods of doing your brows, what if I like one of those better? And I just so happen for the moment I do like them better. So I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh my god, you guys, I seriously, it's so early. Big cup of coffee. This is coffee number 3. I'm gonna go in with this Nars bronzer, and if you did watch the brush video that I did last week, I wasn't sure how I was going to use them, so I'll do like a mini update like right now. But this is the blush brush, which is shaped like your typical blush brushes. But this is a little bit more densely packed, and that's why I usually don't like these. But I will say, this is great for bronzer. They didn't have a bronzer brush. They've got a powder brush, but I like the powder brush for like face powder, just for myself. But I like this one because it doesn't, I can kind of angle it so I can kind of bronze but contour at the same time with one brush. So I've really been liking this brush for that. And I have a bunch of blush brushes. You know, you get the brush sets, and then personal preference, I don't like these. I don't like a lot of pigment for blush, so I like to control the blush quite a bit. So I like something that's a little bit more play and it doesn't grab as much pigment. So these brushes usually just go to my kids to play with. Yeah, they're great crafting brushes. Yeah, but anyways. So I decided I was going to try to actually use this, and I actually really, really like this, for bronzer. So if you are maybe similar like me and you've got a bunch of traditional blush brushes, which is really kind of like a tongue twister to say, hanging around and you don't know what to do with them, try using it as a bronzer. I really like it. So there's that. Been going through a lot of blushes recently too, like new ones coming in. Going back to an old favorite, this is the L'Oreal True Match Precious Peach, and this is, what is this? This is their highlighter brush, but I actually really enjoy it for a blush brush. It's perfect for me. It's a little too big for blush or highlighter, but I do really like it for a blush brush. I like the domey ones like this. I have another one by Japanesque. Check out the video because I did compare them. I do like this blush. It builds so well. I love this. Love. For highlighter, I think I'm going to go into the Pixi Rachel Loves collab. You don't need this big of a highlighting palette, but I did. I'm going to start with the shade T right here. I actually think this might be the only shade I use. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to start here, and then we're going to leave it until we get the eyes done, and then come back and visit it. But what was I doing? Oh, I was... Oh, so over the weekend, we, as in like my husband and I, we do play video games together. When, you know, the parenting kind of gig is over, we spend an hour or two kind of playing games. Whichever. Really like playing Sea of Thieves. What were we doing? We were doing something and I was like, oh, I should use that palette. So I've been using this all weekend. I don't know what sparked it, honestly. I just completely random thought while I was playing Sea of Thieves, which is a pirate game, and we were fishing. Were we fishing? I don't know if we were fishing or if we were doing the... Anyways, let's get into this Sun Skies palette with Ulta. I am super excited. This does have 12 shades. It does retail for $20. And they usually have a sale. They didn't have a sale this weekend, but I didn't care. I really wanted it. These did replace the old palettes. They were like the bricks, you know, like that kind of shape. I don't have any of them. My friend Beth has them and she loves them. But they did switch to these kind of handheld kind of pellets. But I was really impressed with this when I was in store. You do get a good size mirror in here. It is like a hardy plastic, so it's going to come clean. It's going to protect your shadows. And it does have a protective sheet, and it does have all the names on there. So, I mean, I wish it was kind of printed on here, but I keep these, so it's not that big of a deal for me. But I've seen these colors. I don't need more of these colors. You can say it, yell it to me in the comments. I hear you. Very well aware that I do not need any more of these mauvey pinky tones, but Kelly has gotten outside of her neutral comfort zone, and this is kind of where my new comfort zone is. It's now like my brain is like, oh, buy all of the mauves. All of them. But anyways, let's roll up our sleeve. I will warn you, my tan is kind of starting to fade. So if it looks blotchy, I know. I'm a mom of four. Did I say that yet? I am a mom of four. I do my best. But anyways, let's swatch these. I'm so excited. I touched this in store. I was like, okay. They didn't have the Barbie palette that I really wanted, which I did. I did Will I Buy It Thursday, and I was like, oh, I don't know, between the three that I want, and then, actually, no, I went there for a dry shampoo, okay? I went to Ulta. There was a reason I had to go to Ulta. I went to Ulta because I needed dry shampoo, which, by the way, is sitting right here. I did get, I want to try this one. This is the Freeman Texture and Body Dry Shampoo. This is sea salt and coffee, nourishing, weightless for fine hair. I do have fine hair, but even if I didn't, I would have bought it because this is coffee. I understand. I don't understand how somebody doesn't like coffee. I love the smell of coffee. I love the taste of coffee. Yep. Kelly loves some coffee. But anyways, I went in there for that, and then I accidentally, I like, when you walk in, and then you have to turn to the left. Well, in my Ulta, you have to turn left to go over where the dry shampoo area is. And they always have, like, those new release kind of stands, and I was like, ooh, I'm here. I'm just gonna touch it. And I went, oh, and then they didn't have any in stock. And then I asked to make sure, because sometimes they're out of stock on the floor, but they've been super busy and haven't been able to, like, replenish. Like, and no, they didn't have any in the back. I do want it. You guys, I don't need it. But anyways, let's stop talking about Barbie. I ended up grabbing this instead. Because, like, 2 displays over, there was this guy. Well, there's 3 of them. So if this is really good, I might get the other ones if they're on sale, like buy one, get one off, half off. I mean, they're only like $15 a palette, but whichever. Okay, let's swatch these since Kelly has been rambling way too long. Okay. These are fantastic. They are buttery. This first top row is all mattes. They are not chalky. So these are these 3. This is Afterglow here. Very nice nude kind of color. And then we have Deep Horizon. Oh, that is a pretty shade. That is like a chocolatey, yummy. Okay. And then we have Ember. Oh. So they are swatching beautifully right off the bat. I don't have a problem with Ulta Beauty shadows. I don't. I like them. I like their singles as well. I like their palettes. But anyways, the middle row right here. Sorry. Okay, we have Liquid Gold. Oh my gosh. That's almost like a bronzy gold. That is really pretty. We have Cotton Candy Skies. Trying to look in my mirror so I can see. Oh, that is really pretty. Oh, that's got like a gold shift. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. And then we have Half Light. Oh, that is a pretty brown. Oh, okay. Here is the third row. Right here we have Illumination. Oh, that is fun. That's like a rose gold kind of, kind of a rose gold. Then we have Sun Drenched. Oh, I like that one. It's a little bit deeper than the shade up here. This one's a little bit more like brown. This one's a little bit more coppery. Oh, I like it. Then we have Flare. Wow. Oh, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Very bronzy. Very, very cool. And then here is the last row here. We have Smolder. Very pretty matte shade. We have Shimmering Berry. Ooh, running out of room. Ooh. That is so cool. And then we have Dusk right there. I didn't watch where I was going with that one. I almost hit my shirt, but I almost didn't get it on camera. But that is the full palette here. Very warm, very, very cool though. I am really liking this. I mean, so far. I'm sure the quality is absolutely beautiful because, like I said, I've never had a problem with them. But just so you guys can see, there is no fallout. It didn't get dusty or anything in there, but these are all of the shades right here. It's so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay. Put this on a dark background so I can see. I'm going to prime my eyes with my Ulta Beauty eye primer because it's pretty much the only one that I use. I do like this one. I don't find it that it kind of messes with my concealer. like I can lay concealer or foundation down and it doesn't mess with it. It just kind of lays right over top of it. It doesn't move it around, take away coverage or anything like that. So I feel like my shadow applies best with this as far as helping me hide all of my insecurities around my eyes, because it is tinted. But it also dries beautifully. Okay, I'm going to start with this shade right here, which is Ember. And I'm just going to, maybe this is the wrong brush I want to use. Maybe I don't want to use this big brush, but I'm just going to kind of stipple this on the outside of my eye here. I do tap off the excess just because that's just how I roll, but I do really, really like this shade. It's very like brick red on the eye, on my eye anyways. Yep, this is too big for that side. Okay. I'm going to switch it up with a little brush right here. It's kind of a fluffier shadow brush. Same thing. I'm just going to go in and kind of stipple it where I want it. Oh, that packs a punch. I love this color though. This is giving me fall vibes. And I'm just going to kind of, whatever's left on here, I'm just going to kind of connect these two right in the socket of my eye, which is basically over my top crease, my first crease. Crinkle, I guess. Kind of blend that up a little bit. Oh, I like that. I really, really like this shadow quite a bit. That is so, so beautiful. It kind of is kind of coffee-like, right? Like a red coffee. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys have any of the Ulta palettes? Like the old ones? But let me know in the comments, did you guys see these released? And I seen them in their latest catalog that they just sent out. Do you plan on getting any of them? This is the one that really spoke most to me. Again, it's because I really have just been enjoying these shades. I love this rust color. I love it. Okay, I'm going to take kind of a fluffy shadow brush, and I'm going to start with this shade down here, Shimmering Berry. I'm going to try this on a dry brush first. Actually, I just want to set this as a base, so I don't want it to be too punchy, but just to see. Let's use this mirror. Maybe a little more. Okay, so it does build really nice. It's almost the same shade as the one I just used, just has a shimmer to it, but I just want it as a base, because I'm going to go over top of it, but I really wanted like the berry base of it. I'm also trying to use as much of the palette as I can, but not be too crazy. I really didn't want to buy another palette this month, you guys. I still am so in love with that Lorac palette. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that brush off. Then I'm going to jump up to Cotton Candy Skies right here. Same thing, dry brush. And I'm going to tap over top of that just to brighten it and kind of give it the halo effect that I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted, but I wanted that deep berry tone underneath it. But I didn't want this bright of a shade, if that makes sense. I love this. Oh, I really, really like it. Okay, just to try it, we will go in with our fingers because I know that does intensify, and I know a lot of people do use shadows that way, so we will do that. Oh, wow. So that got very pink very, very quick. Just so we can be matchy-matchy. Yeah, I'm going to take the brush that we used to pat on that berry shade, and I'm just going to kind of blend those two together. Oh, it's just so pretty. I'm going to go back in and intensify this outer a little bit. Got a little too crazy with the shimmer. I love this. Okay, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to dip into Deep Horizon, which is right here. It's a little bit lighter, but I mean, it's similar, but I'm going to take this and just a little bit, and I'm going to carry this up in the crease. Okay, I said a little bit, and that was a lot of pigment. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's blending out though, so I really didn't mean for it to go that like pigmented like right off the bat. That is so pretty. Build it up just a little bit because I said I don't want that much pigment, but then maybe I do. That is really pretty. I really like this eyeshadow. Okay, oops, I did 2 dips on that side. I am trying to focus this low, almost connecting those 2 shades a little bit more, and then just kind of blending it up. Pretty much onto my eyebrow bone. My eyes are hooded, so I definitely do have to take my shadows a little bit higher, but it is blending out. Like I said, I don't set that primer. I don't have to. Okay, next I'm going to take this angled brush, and I think I'm going to dip into this shade down here, which is Smolder. And I'm going to take this, why am I trying to use that mirror way over there? Use this one. Just to give it a little bit more of a pink for the lower lash line. Sometimes when I concentrate really hard, I just say random words. But anyways, I just double tap in there and then tap off the excess. Keeping this really close to my lash line. I will use a different brush and a different color to kind of smoke it out a little bit. Blend it down. Magic fingers. Okay. I'm going to take my small brush here, and then I'm going to go into the shade that we just did in the crease, Deep Horizon here. Ever so lightly tapping in there, but tapping it off because I don't want a lot of this color. I just want a little bit on my brush to kind of help soften that pink that we just laid down. That is really pretty. I actually love mixing colors for my lower lash line. Okay, I think I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to take this Goldie shade right here, Illumination, and I'm going to take it on a small, flat kind of shadow brush, just dabbing in there, and then I'm going to make the center corner pop, not taking it too far, just kind of keeping it almost tucked real close to the tear duct, and then also along my tear duct. I personally like my tear duct kind of to shimmer a little bit, or shine, or like, you know what I'm saying. If I'm going to lighten the inner corner, I usually will carry whatever color down around my tear duct. But this is really pretty. That is really pretty. It's almost even more so of a rose gold with all the pinky tones. There we go. But this did just release this past week or so, maybe 2 weeks, but first impressions, I like it. I like the compact. I like the case. It's not squishy. Like, I don't feel like there's a lot of give into the palette. First impressions, you guys, I really like this eye look. I really like this eye look. So I'm going to do some liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look that we kind of created today with this chit chat. Get ready with me. I really appreciate everybody taking the time to kind of sit down and watch chat, listen. Even I like to just put YouTube on autoplay, like my playlist, and just put my friends in my pockets and listen to them talk. But anyways, quick first impressions on this guy because this is new to me. I did just open this today. The Ulta Beauty Sunset Skies. Do I think it's worth it? I kind of do. I mean, drugstore prices are kind of getting up there anyways. You can get this on a sale. I did use a $3.50 coupon, so I guess I should have mentioned that. So it was $20 minus the $3.50, so $16.50. So, you know, it wasn't that terrible. I know a lot of people are going to complain that the names are not printed on there, but they actually did print them on something. So I guess, I mean, it's drugstore, you guys. I really like this. I love the shape of these palettes. I think they're really easy to store and everything like that. And just to show you guys again, there's no powdery anything. I used Sephora brushes. I used It Cosmetics brushes today. And then I used Kenzie brushes, which I'm not sure if those are like expensive or anything, but I got them cheap at Marshall's. So no kick up in pan. I did use it dry and then with my finger, and they both it applied it beautifully either way. I didn't have a preference on that. I don't think my thoughts on the palette will change too terribly much, but in case you are curious as to a follow-up, I will give you full thoughts on it, and if I can get it to misbehave in my August haul updates, which is always next month. So everything new this month I test and I try to make it not work, actually, just to see if I can do it. But anyways, this is the final look, you guys. I had a lot of fun. I am excited about this week. I like Mondays. I know. Mondays is one of my favorites. But anyways, I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna stop talking. I will see you in the next video. Bye!